There we go. I was like, why do I even have this on? Hello? There we go. Ooh. Hi. I thought I'd hang out and chit chat. I'm so pumped because my hair looks insane. But I'm so excited. I was cleaning up a little section of my room that I wasn't paying attention to. And lo and be mother effing hold. Guess what I found? I found all this makeup that I thought I freaking lost. Okay? I thought I lost a bunch. What is that? What is this? I went on a little getaway for like one night. And straight up was like, I don't know where my makeup is. Like, and I'm talking like all of it. Did not know where it was. Went to go lift. I was like sitting by my window and I was like, oh my God, this nice little like spot on the floor, like front of my window. Oh my God, I'm gonna like be a window girl. And then I lean and I hear like a crunch and I'm like, you know what, let me clean this up. Let me stop being so nasty. So I go clean it up and I'm lifting up the blankets, I'm lifting up everything, and I'm like, that's my freaking makeup bag that I have been looking for almost a month now. A month and a half. No joke, a month and a half. I've been looking for it. Called the hotel. Idiot. Like, called my dad, my mom. I'm like, where is it? Where is it? Did you leave it in your car? No. Did you leave it in your car? No. Did you leave it in your car? No. I'm like, then where is it? Then where is it? So finally, I got off my lazy butt and I cleaned. And lo and behold, there we go. Lo and behold, there it was. Whoop, there it is. So now, I'm so happy. Now I can actually organize my stuff now because I feel a little bit less freaked out because I didn't remember what I had. I was like, what do I even have? I don't even know what I have in here. You know what's even funnier is that I put all my drawing stuff in here too. Because I was like, oh, I'm going to be a coloring girly girl while I'm just vibing on this little, getaway thing that we did or whatever. And I think I did one coloring thing, if that. So half of my makeup bag was markers, and then the other half was makeup, which is so funny. But now I have all my makeup back. I'm so excited. Oh my goodness. So crazy. You guys, I have so many lippies. You want to see all my lippies? I'll show you all of them if you give a shit about my makeup and my lip obsession. I will give you the hot gossip. I will give you the tea on what is worth your money and what is absolutely not worth your money when it comes to like lipsticks and lip glosses and lip this and friggin' lip that. I have literally tried everything, I feel like. Like, I should say I've tried everything that's like mainstream. I haven't tried like little indie brands and stuff. Hi! So I'm cleaning off my desk. And I was like, you know what? While I'm cleaning off my desk, I'll sit there and I'll chat with you guys. We talk about whatever you want. We can talk about, TV shows, movies, whatever you want. But now that I have all my makeup back, I can organize it. So I'm like, let's talk. I'm bored. It's my mommy night. And I'm like, listen, I love mommy nights. Thank you for the hearts and the likes. I appreciate it. But I don't know if you guys know this, but there is allegedly a what do we want to call it? A SK running amok, allegedly, possibly, maybe in New England. So I'm not gonna lie, I don't feel the safest going out in public lately. Thank you for the hearts and the likes. I appreciate it. If you guys don't mind giving me a follow as well, I'd really appreciate it. I talk about pop culture stuff. And I'm almost to 500 followers, which is really, really cool. Okay, but there's allegedly a serial killer in New England. So I'm kind of like, I really don't want to go out in public. A little nervous by myself without anybody, without any frenzies. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. These are it. These are it. Let me tell you right now. Those are it. My mouth blows up on camera. You guys, I'm not joking when I tell you that I am a lip girl. These are a dupe for Dior. Those are fantastic. Oh my god, is this my actual color? I swear to god I have my color for my eyebrows wrong. Like I am convinced I got the wrong color. What color is this? I thought I always got taupe. What do I get? Cool ash brown. No wonder why my eyebrows look like wackadoodles. Because they have their own color. Yeah, dama. And then I was supposed to go out with a friend tonight, but that's a cleanser. Okay, we definitely don't want to use that right now. She got sick. So she was like, hey, I don't want to get you sick or your kids sick. And I said, yo, girl, I appreciate that. You have no idea. You guys, I have been missing this. I have been missing this so badly. These are not the same thing, okay? They look like they're the same thing, but they're not the same thing. So don't fall for it, okay? This is what you want, not this. This. I feel like I should be washing my brushes too. While I'm like, probably should wash these. These are probably gonna give me pink eye. Have you guys been watching The Valley and keeping up on that? Oh my god, you guys, this is the best. This is the best ever. I don't say that about a lot of makeup products. A lot of makeup products, I'm like, anybody could do that. Anybody could do that. Anybody could do that. Not this one. Not this one. Hi, Letitia. This I'm going to throw away only because I feel like this is a bad idea to keep. Meanwhile, I'm keeping everything else and I'm literally going to like die. And you guys, I'm sorry. Okay, I'm sorry if this is problematic. This is my get out of jail free card for the day. Okay, I'm using it. Beep. Here we go. You guys, I love these Rhode Beauty blushes. I friggin' love them. They're so cute. And the names of them are so adorable. And I really like them. I think they work. I'm sorry. I know some people are like, oh my god, yes. No, you guys, I really like these a lot. They're so cute. I use, is it something Piggy? Pinky, I think is what it is. Piggy. I use Piggy for blush. And then I will use Toasted Teddy for like a little bronzing, because they're very sheer. Like they're buildable, but they start out sheer. And I will use, love these. I'm so happy I found these. Oh my god. Oh my god. Also this hyaluronic acid serum is phenomenal. I love it so much. This is what I was really sad about. Okay, you guys, again, problematic. I bought this a while ago. Shush, okay? We don't support any Kardashian businesses anymore. Zero, or any affiliated with her anymore. We don't do it. It's bad. I blocked all of them and their businesses. Okay, but here's the thing. This cost money. Oh, thank you, Letitia. I appreciate that so much. I'm almost to 500, and I think when you get to 500, and then you have some other statistics, you can start monetizing your content. And if I could start monetizing my content, that would be pretty incredible. I'm not gonna lie. So thank you for subscribing. And if you know anybody else that wants to subscribe, please tell them to. I really appreciate it. Pop culture commentary, I mostly go live. Okay, but this costs money, bitch. Okay, and I'm not rich. Okay, which is why I'm sitting here being like, please subscribe. Okay, this costs money though. But it is, I'm sorry, it's incredible. I've tried the cheap ones. I've tried the medium priced ones. This one's really, really good. The other colors that he's ever done, I really don't know. I don't care. But this one, this is it, baby. And the component, you know how when you buy something, everybody's like, it's so incredible. It's so amazing. It's fucking Dior and it comes in like a plastic little thing. And you're like, I paid how much for this? Are you kidding me right now? This is quality. Like, the inside product is quality. This is quality. It has a magnet, you guys. I can't tell you how much better it is to have a magnet, not the ones that you're like, especially when you have nails. Oh my god, I'm so excited. That was like, honestly, everything else, I'm not gonna lie, I was like, whatever, don't really care. That I was really bummed about. Oh, also, I was really bummed. And I'm mostly bummed. You guys, I'm not actually like bummed because of like what the products are. Sometimes I'm just bummed because like the cost. And I'm like, I spent this much money and I lost this. This is so stupid. And the thing is I bought these because these are actually really good. I really, really like them. Some of them I wish I didn't, but I can't help myself. But Rare Beauty, I have their pore diffusing primer. This shit's really good. I don't know. I like it. It works for me. If I don't want to use that though, and I don't want to spend the money in the summertime, I will buy Bask instead. And it's the same thing, but with sunscreen. I will say you have to start with this. You always start with this and then do everything else on top of it. Otherwise, you'll get the pilling and the yuckiness. And then I've had this. I got Happy Soul, and this is a bronzer stick. And I love this bronzer stick so much. I will say the component doesn't feel very luxurious for the price that you're paying. This feels like cardboard. This feels like plasticky, tinny. So, did I really hit 500 subs? I'd have to look at my phone. If I did, that's so amazing. Oh, that's kind of crazy. That I don't even know how to feel about that. It's kind of crazy. Awkward. Sorry. Now I don't know what to talk about. Now I'm being vulnerable. That's kind of crazy, guys. Fun, famous. I'm having a lot of fun doing lives. I like the lives better than the other content. If you've been following me a while, you know that I would much rather do lives because then I can just talk to you guys and we can have a good time and like have interactions in real life versus when I have to do the edited ones. It takes a long time because the videos that I'm doing, like, it's just me and I'm just talking to myself. So it's just like nonstop. And so it's editing little intricacies out that are like, I think are just pains in the butts when you're just like watching content. But I'm sitting there like, okay, F it. I'm over here on these other platforms watching people be live for like hours. I don't give a crap about their intricacies because I'm just hanging out with them. And that's what I keep like. My favorite comments that I've ever gotten from followers is the best comment I ever got. I've gotten this twice where I've had people say that they put my videos on or they put my lives on because they're like going through something hard in their life. Like I had a woman recently tell me that she was breastfeeding her twins and they were having a really hard time and it was been really rough and frustrating, but like listening to my videos while she was doing that made her feel good. And that, like, as a mom, I was like, stop it, I'm gonna cry. And that follower specifically is very special to me. And then I had a follower about a year and a half ago. I check on her randomly because I try to have boundaries with followers. Even though I'm a very micro teeny creator, I still try to keep my boundaries. I haven't heard from her in a little while. Hopefully she's doing okay. But she was going through chemo. And she would listen to me while she was doing chemo, and that would make her giggle and laugh and smile. And it was when I was doing my Vanderpump recap videos, and she loved that. And it's just like, dude, the only reason why I want to do content is because like I just want to talk about what I want to talk about when I want to talk about it with people that I know want to talk about the same things. And a lot of stuff that I want to talk about, it's like, oh my god, it's like, you want to talk about housewives? Oh my god, you want to talk about Vanderpump Rules? Oh my god, you want to talk about this? It's like, yeah, I do. I want to talk about trash TV. Why? Because the world sucks, and I want to get out of it for a little while with some little chill drama. Okay, leave me alone. You know, and it's nice. I've had so many women and so many people like tell me. And again, I have like such a small following, but have told me that like they like my content because it's just like I have my best friend that I can talk to and that I'm listening to. And like I just love that. I think that's so cool. I've had like family members that found out that I have like a social media presence of minimal, obviously. And they love that stuff too, but like they don't have anybody to talk to about it, so they'll turn my videos on or they'll listen to my TikToks or whatever, and they'll be like, oh my god, and then like text me. And it's so funny. Oh, Jalissa, I was just talking about you. I was talking about you and your kids and listening to me while you're feeding them and stuff, and how special that is to me, and how kind that is. And that's very special to me, and I really appreciate that. So I'm a sub there too. Thanks, I appreciate that. That's so funny. You're a real one, Letitia. You're a real one, girl. No, you're good. You know you're good. So yeah, so that's really cool. I can't believe I just captured that moment where I got 500 followers. Hi, future me. You have 500 followers. How cool is that? You're basically famous, okay? You're basically Megan Trainor, minimum, okay? Not Taylor Swift yet. Just calm down. You're like Sabrina Carpenter, okay? And you're doing pretty damn good. So you should feel good about yourself. Proud of you. You're number one. And you remember when you and Megan were young and you thought you were gonna be superstars. Well, my mom always says, my mom always said I was a special girl. My mama always told me I was special. And I was like, oh, mama, you get me. Mama. Now I don't know what to do with all this other extra. This is what happens. This is what happens. You guys, I got a texture spray. Do I know if it works good? I don't know. I'm not a texture spray hair girl. I think it works correctly. Hopefully it does. I have tried the Wow Root Spray. You guys, if you do Wow Root Spray, you might want to live in Texas, girl, because your hair's going to be going up to heaven, okay? See, you don't understand. There will be times some of my favorite videos that I've ever done, it's like the live style ones that I've ever done, have been like just like two people in the chat. And it's like I'm just talking to my two best friends and we're just chilling. One time it was me, Jalissa was in the chat, and then oh my god, there's three of us in the chat together, and I was just sitting here talking to the two of them, and we were just having a great time going back and forth talking about, I think it was Vanderpump Rules. And those are the best ones because we're just talking, just chilling, just vibing. It's like, oh, hey, Sam's on the phone. Let me go talk to her. Let me go FaceTime Sam for a while. You know, that kind of stuff. And as a stay-at-home mom, like that's kind of some of the things that get me out of my funk. Like calling my other very close friend. She's a stay-at-home mom as well. And she lives 3 minutes up the road. And I met her through a Facebook group, which I don't recommend because people are crazy. But I met her through that group. And this is what we do. We just FaceTime each other, and there'll be times where I'm like, I don't want to talk to anybody today. I don't want to talk to anybody. And I know after I talk to her, I'm going to feel better because she makes me laugh, because she gets me. She doesn't judge me. She says the most wackadoodle crap. She's lived the most wackadoodle life. And so she's so entertaining to listen to, and she gets me, and she doesn't judge me when I say something off the cuff weirdo, because I'm a millennial. Millennials we're a little dark-sided. Why am I putting this on? I don't know. I just want to see if it still looks good. And so having that has been really cool. And I just know that there's so many women out there that like, this is all they want. This is all they want. They just want to have a friend to talk to for the day or for an hour, to not be alone. Because as women, sometimes we are alone. And it's very, very nice to have that camaraderie together as women. And so doing this, I really enjoy it because I get women all the time. I just be like, oh, I was just sitting here and I'm just listening to you and talking to you, and this is so much fun, and I had a blast. And then they come and join some other thing that I'm doing, and that's what I wanted to start a Discord. So originally my idea, and I hope I can still do this one day, my original idea was to have a Discord where micro reality TV influencers would all be the monitors of it. So let's say there's like 10 of us, okay? There's 10 of us, and we all have like full ownership in it. One of us, it'd have to be one of our accounts, obviously. So it'd be my account, okay? And then it'd be like 10 micro influencers for Bravo influencers, reality TV. And they all get to be monitors on different chats or whatever. And it would just be a place for people to go and talk about their favorite reality TV shows, mostly Bravo, but whatever you want to watch, whatever you want to talk about, kind of thing. Like maybe we find like a niche that we're all into, whatever. And so I've reached out to a handful of people. I would say the biggest thing I get, oh, thank you. The biggest feedback I get about Discord though, and I don't know if it's just a generational thing, because like hey Chandler, I know I'm like, I feel like I was on that cusp of the Discord girlies and boys. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was on that cusp. Like, my husband's like 3 years older than me. 2 years older than me? Yeah, 2 years older than me. And he is all about the Discord. But, like, I feel like I was on that, like, cusp of using it and knowing what the hell I'm doing. Thank you, Chandler. I appreciate that. And so it's kind of just like, so I'm still learning. But it is really cool to have people come on the Discord, because then we can all talk like the whole day. Like you can talk to whoever you want in the group all day. And like, if you don't want to talk, you can go look at things. You can go look at things that other people have posted, memes, gifs, pictures, like whatever. And like every Real Housewives of Atlanta episode, I will go on either the night of or I'll go on the next day on the Discord, and I will just type my like thoughts while I'm watching the show. And I put that out for people to comment on. Um Everybody subscribe. I appreciate that. Jalissa, I wish I was there. You know what I should do? One day I should, I did it with one of my other followers where we did like I guess it's like a conference call. I feel so old when I'm talking about Discord, but I really do like it. I think it's a really cool concept. I just feel like my generation of like my like niche spot of millennial like didn't catch on to it for some reason, and I don't know why. Because that's the biggest feedback I got was like, oh, I don't know how to use it, or oh, like what is that for? And like most of my demographic is my age and older. And so I'm like where do we go where we could talk kind of like we could just talk all day, like have an ongoing, like you're in a never ending group chat. Thank you, Chandler. I appreciate that so much. Share too. Sharing is caring. I don't know. I never use Discord, but my husband does for everything. And I follow a lot of Twitch streamers and they do a lot of that too. So I want to do a live Discord chat for a show. I don't know if that's The Valley. I wanted to get through the first couple episodes of The Valley because I feel like we're in a very, very dark territory. And I feel like having like a group chat video conference might have been weird and kind of uncomfortable. I'm not going to lie. A lot of what I was watching was a little triggering. So it was a little difficult to watch. I'm not going to lie. But maybe once the show gets a little bit more gossip, less dark-sided, maybe we could do something where like we could do a Discord video chat, and maybe I do video, but you guys can like chat and things like that. I think that'd be really cool. I'm trying to find more ways to just do live stuff. Like that's my thing, is like I don't know, like I really do feel like the live streamers really got it. Like because no matter what platform you're on, like live is not instant, it's not too long, too short. It's like it is what it is. Like live content is what it is. It isn't going to be super short. It could be super long. It could not be super long. It could be completely choreographed and lighting. It could be just chit-chatting away. I feel like the live content creators, like they have something that will never be gone. People want to watch live content and they want to have live conversations. And so I just feel like I'm just going to keep digging into the live shit. And I'm just going to stay on YouTube because YouTube is, I don't know, they kind of like are the big daddy. But I think The Valley would be fun to do. I just want to make sure whatever we do, it's a little bit more lighthearted because I feel like we have enough dark-sided shit. Like the whole time I was watching it, I was like, oh, thank you, Chandler. The whole time I was watching the last 2 episodes, I was like, I even messaged, I think, in the chat, like in the Discord, if for those of you that are in it, I was like, is anybody else feeling like dark-sided? Like super dark-sided watching this show? Like we shouldn't be watching it? You know what I'm saying? Like, you know when like your friends are, like, you know when you're in the same room and with like your friends who are a couple and they're like fighting and you're like, well, this is awkward. That's what it felt like. I was like, should I be here right now? Like, is this okay? That's kind of how I felt that whole time. So it kind of made me a little, and then like the cruise of it all is really dark-sided. That to me is very, very, very dark-sided and a little too much. I'm not gonna lie. I kind of like, do we have to show that? Do we have to show Cruz feeling that way to like prove a point or make a point or something? Like, I don't know. Not my kid. Shouldn't be judging. Ugh. All right, hold on. We're moving. We're grooving. We're grooving. Okay. Let's see. Let's go back up here a little bit. You're subscribing. Awesome. That's amazing. If you've already subscribed, the best thing you can do now is share and like, and let your other friends know if they're into pop culture. And I'll talk about anything too. That's the other thing. I know a lot of pop culture. I know a lot of commentary on pop culture. So it's like, no, all I talk about is Bravo. Like, no, if you check out my Discord, we have a channel for the show Found. We have a channel for The Pit. We have a channel for my podcast. We have a channel for my Hello Kitty streaming that I do sometimes. Lots of fun stuff. I was locked in, but it felt so icky. My husband stopped everything and sat next to me and was like, "What the hell?" the whole time. Ooh, this deep, dark seated. Your husband must have been like, "What in the hell is going on?" What is my favorite color? It used to be blue, but now it's different variations of like lavendery purple. That's why I changed over all my appearance on all my stuff into purple. Because I just like the purple vibe. I don't know what it is. I just like the purple vibe. But it's very like, I don't know, it's a very specific type of purple. It's a very pinkyish purple, but it's not too, I don't know how to explain it. Like it's a certain vibe like this. I don't know if you guys can like really tell, but like this is like my vibe. Like greeny, purple, earthy, kind of pastel-y, but kind of not, kind of soft, but has a little punch of color. Like that's my vibe. Like this is, if I could give you guys my vibe, this is my vibe. This is our vibe apparently. Green, green and purple. It's our vibe, guys. The vibe clubs. And then I'm trying to figure out, I want to do book club again. I want to continue with book club. The problem is I didn't read the book that I just posted that we were going to read, and I feel bad. I shouldn't feel bad because there's only 2 other followers in it. Like now there's 3. But I was thinking for May, just hit the reset button and restart. Okay. And just all I want to read is like smut. I don't care what kind. I don't care fairy tale, no fairy tale, queer, not queer, dragons, tales, whatever. I don't give a crap. But I just want to like have content that is like brain numbing, like chill. You know what I'm saying? I want to have that type of spot for content too. And I think it's very good to diversify as well, no matter how small or large you are. So I think I'm gonna do Filthy Rich Fae. I'm gonna do Filthy Rich Fae, I think, is the May book. Because there is a second book that just came out, I think. And it's not that big. It's a good size book. So if you guys are into reading and stuff like that, books, audiobooks, all that shit, I have my link for Fable, or I can put it on here after. So I don't know if I put a description on this video yet, but I have my book club on Fable. I love reading psychological thrillers. I read 5 books in January and haven't read since. I hate myself for it, girl. Same. You know what book I really want to read so badly, but I feel like it's one of those books where like I want to be so hyper focused on it because I know it's going to be an incredible book. It's called Sociopath, and it's a biography on this woman who was diagnosed as a sociopath and then became, like, this is a quick version, okay? Became like a therapist, psychologist who psychoanalyzes people who are sociopaths, and is like, I was diagnosed as sociopath, and I'm not, like, I am, but I'm not. Like, it's very, it sounds like the most cool, interesting, wacko, crazy like book ever. And I want to read it so bad. I want to read it so bad. Yes, thank you. I appreciate that. And then I'm reading another book that I have downstairs, and it's reminding me, I don't remember the name, but it's giving me the vibe of Dead Poet Society. So I'm tempted to like, I don't know, I'm kind of tempted to have like change the name of the book club maybe to something else. So that way it has the option of like variety basically. So like what I have right now, it's called Forbidden, hold on. Let's see if my towel has enough power on it. Forbidden Fairy Tales by Samantha. All right. Oh my God, can I also tell you the game series I'm obsessed with is the Merge series. You guys, I have an addiction. I must be stopped. But there's no commercials, you guys. It's amazing. So if you go to Fable, you go to the clubs. I feel like I could just change, I don't know, maybe I could change some things around. I have 4 members, but it's called Forbidden Volumes. So that is my book club, Forbidden Volumes. So if you are interested, you can add that to the agenda if you'd like, on Fable. And yeah, I think the next book we're going to read is going to be the Filthy Rich Fae. But I kind of want to add books like, again, like the Sociopath book and like things like that. I think that'd be really fun too. You know, have a little mixy, little mixy matchy. A little bit of this, a little bit of that. Oh my God. Oh my, that was rude. Yeah, oh my God. I'm overstimulated. My kid's home from for April break this week, and I'm overstimulated. I've had enough. How many batteries do I have? How much battery, I should say. How much batteries do I have? It's like, oh my God, Sam, wake up. What else is going on? I went back and started watching Top Chef again, which is really cool because I haven't watched that show in so long. And I was like, damn, somebody mentioned it because I put it in the Discord and someone had mentioned it and like made a post about it. And I was like, oh my God, someone's out there. Someone's talking to me. I must talk to you. So I was like, hey, what's going on? What's Top Chef all about? How's that going? And it's in Canada. And I was like, oh, let me watch. Like, what are they doing in Canada? I must see because, you know, Canadians, I think, literally hate us. Please don't hate us back. We love you and we want out. So I started watching it and I started watching, I think the first 4 episodes, and I forgot that they have the comeback kitchen thing, I think is what it's called, or quick fire kitchen, where they can come back. They have to fight like through this whole challenge, and then at the end they, you know, can win their way back in and then possibly go back to possibly being Top Chef again. I forgot that they do that but when I first started watching it and watched it as far as I did, they did not do that. And now they do. And they've been doing that for years now. So, and they have a different host than, is it Padma Lakshmi was the host for a while? Is that her name? Is that what it was? But she's not on anymore. A different girl, and I'm so bad with names, you guys. I'm a face person, I'm not a name person. But she, I think, won her season, the new host, and I like her. She's pretty chill. She's a vibe. Which just tell me about that show. I only watched The Valley on TV. I have no shows I watched. Season 5 of You is out. I might tune in. What's your favorite animal or mythical animal? So I just started season 5, Jalissa. It is It's so crazy. I was sitting there thinking to myself, I'm like, this show is so different from its season 1 show. Because remember, season 1, wasn't it on Lifetime? And then it got thrown out into the ether. Netflix picked it up, made it racier. And then what's his face, who plays Joe, he got married. And when he got married, he asked because he's a producer on the show, he asked them to take out a lot. He didn't want to do basically any like full on like nude scenes anymore because out of respect for his wife, like he would do scenes, but they needed to be a lot more like not as like raunchy and sexy. They were just a little bit more tasteful, a lot less clothing, and or he would do something by himself, which you notice he does a lot of things by himself. And let me tell you right now, in the first 4 episodes, he does something to himself. You better fucking believe, okay? It's interesting. I loved him and Love together because they're psychos. They're psychos, and I loved it. I was like, this is Bonnie and Clyde. This is great. Um, but I will say the pacing's interesting. It's also gotten to a point now where, yeah, season 4 was whack. Like season 4 almost like wasn't even needed. I was like, what are we doing here? Like, stop. Like, let it go. Let the bone go. I loved the love seasons. Those were my favorites because I just loved that someone else was up to his shit. And now I feel like we're at a point where it's like, Joseph, you would have been caught 700 times by now. You're not that good at what you do. Like, my husband, more times than not, like last night, we watched the first 4 episodes. So we were up from like 8 o'clock to like midnight. And more times than not, when he would go, Joe Goldberg would try to go do something, my husband would just start laughing. He was laughing. He was like, "What the hell is that guy doing?" And I was like, "Oh my God," because he's been watching it. We've been watching it. I think I made him watch season 1 because it was already out before we were dating. And then he's watched season 2, 3, and 4 with me, and now I was watching season 5 with me. I went to go watch it last night, and I was like, "I wasn't sure if you wanted to watch it. I feel like you weren't like a TV, you haven't been in a TV show mood." He goes, "I've watched every single episode with you. I'm watching season 5." I was like, "Okay." So we watched it last night. And it's good. It's just, I don't know, like, I feel like we kind of lost the plot a little bit. I feel like a little bit of the essence of why we love the show is gone. I feel like it's like the same storyline over and over, which I will give them credit. They do make him kind of make fun of himself for that. Of like, really, again, like, stop it, like, cut it out. I don't know. I don't know. I don't hate it. I'm gonna keep watching it, obviously. Um, what is, oh, Letitia, what did you ask me? Favorite animal or mythical animal? My favorite animal is my favorite like real life animal, because there's a difference. There's like cartoon animal and then there's a real life animal. My favorite real life animal is I love me a puppy. I love me a little puppy or a cat that you can just smush up. Anything that you can, like a baby, like you can smush up to your face and just go. Love any animal it's like that, and then their face gets smushy and lovable. And then my favorite mythical animal, I mean, let's count that as like my cartoon animal. I love me a cartoon llama. And I'm not talking about like a realistic drawing. I'm talking like a cutesy, wootsy, footsy, tootsy little baby freaking llama. I have a llama tattooed on my leg. Funny story. Not funny, but we're gonna go with it. My best friend and I love llamas. Again, cartoon llamas. She loves giraffes. She has this whole mantra that she's had for years now about giraffes and how they help her with a lot of different things, like emotionally, mentally, all that stuff. I am gonna warn you guys, I took a gummy, so we're here. Okay, you see me, I see you. And so I told her, I was like, I want to make a friendship tattoo and I want it to be somehow involving like the giraffe stuff. But I don't want to have a giraffe because a giraffe with us doesn't mean the same to me. And I want to have the real giraffe tattoo that I want to have is with my mother, because my mother loves giraffes. She always has. And my sister, my mom, and I have always said that if we ever got tattoos together, it would be a giraffe tattoo. So I was like, okay, I don't want to do giraffe, but I want it to be silly and mean something. And like, I'm the quirky, like one that makes her silly and awkward and funny. And so I was like, what can we do to like do a giraffe? It be quirky and silly and funny because, like, you and me or whatever. And so I was like, listen, I have this idea. It might be so stupid, but what would you think if we had you had a giraffe and you could do whatever you wanted, decorate it however you wanted to, and it's looking down and it's on one part of your body facing mine. And then I have my llama and they're facing yours. But my llama is shorter than your giraffe and it stands on a step stool. And so when we kiss, when we stand next to each other with our legs, put them together, it looks like my llama is stepping up on a step stool to come get you, to give you a big kiss. And I'm taller than her, which is hilarious, and bigger than her. Um, but also to be like, hey, like, I'm your number one fan. Like, I got you. I love you so much. Like, I'm always going up and getting ready to cheer you on and give you a big old kiss and just tell you how much I love and appreciate you as my friend. And it's very representative of like our two favorite animals, representative of who we are and how goofy and silly. And her little giraffe had green Converse on and she loved Converse. Her dad, who I loved and adored, passed away. God, I want to say my husband and I together for almost 7, 8 years. So about that long. And he wore these Converse at her wedding. And last year or 2 years ago, they were cleaning out all the stuff from the house because they're like, it's time to move on. We got to change it up. Like, we can't keep keeping all this stuff. And they didn't know who to give these shoes to because nobody else had the same size feet as her dad. And she's like, Sam, the only person I would give these to outside of my family would be you because you love my dad. And I know my dad it would mean a lot to him. And I was like, I'm going to die. I was like, stop it. So I have his Converse I'm never gonna get rid of them. And if anybody gets rid of them for me, I will lose it. I'll lose it. And they're the best. And so I have those from her. And then I have our little tattoo that when we stand next to each other, our llama and our giraffe give each other a little kiss. Very cutesy, very stupid, very silly. What else is on? Okay, so back to what I've been watching. I watched The Pit. Now here's the thing. Here's one thing, if you don't know me, but you know me, is that I have ADHD and I'm an Aries. So I'm stubborn as fuck. Okay. And if you tell me to do something, I'm not doing it. And if you tell me not to do something, I'm gonna do it. Okay. Um, Vent, Jalissa. Vent to me, girl. Tell me your feelings. And what was I saying? Jalissa, you interrupted me. No, I'm just kidding. Oh girl, ADHD and kids basically set yourself up for failure at that point. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, God, God only gives his hardest challenges to his biggest warriors. Business warriors done. Stop giving me the toughest shit. I never asked for this. I don't want it. I don't want ADHD. I don't want to be a mom with ADHD. Are you crazy? That almost doesn't even make sense. That doesn't sound like success to me. Jeez, I don't remember what I was talking about, but that was funny. Shows we're watching. Oh, okay. So Aries, ADHD, me. Yeah. Everybody's like, The Pit, The Pit, The Pit, The Pit, The Pit, The Pit, The Pit. I'm like, I'm not watching The Pit. You all like The Pit? The Pit. I'm not. Suck The Pit. I don't care. I am not watching that show. And then I was like, something endearing about that man, that main character. I was like, there's something in his eyes. He's calling me. I'm like, this son of a bitch. And then I saw Bryan Cranston's daughter is on the show. And I love Bryan Cranston. And I saw that she played a character who you can tell is on the spectrum of some capacity and is a doctor. And I find that to be so incredible and intriguing. And like, I'm like, ooh, this is like really cool. Like, I want to know more about this. What is this? I was like, fine, I'll watch The Pit. Because my husband and I are very much, everybody wants to watch it. I'm not watching it. I'm not watching it. My husband and I are the people that want to watch something from the very beginning and be like, we were the OGs. You guys don't even know. You came in too late to the game, baby. We want to be those people. And then when everybody jumps on board, we're like, flops. We don't want to be here anymore. It's either we're going to be the OGs or we're not coming to the party at all. We want to be the people that's like, have you guys seen this show? Have you seen this show? And then the show gets super famous. We can be like, watch it from the beginning. I'm not gonna lie, you guys. I brag all the time on this programming. Okay, right here. I brag all the time that I watched live in action Sheena Marie, okay, go from Villa Blanca to Sir and the Brandy Glanville of it all. I watched it live the night of, okay? And I take pride in that. So all these Vanderpump people over here being all like, I love Vanderpump, I love Vanderpump. You don't know. You have no clue. There is a difference between watching Vanderpump Rules in your early 20s, going to college, drinking your face off, acting like this is a completely inappropriate way to behave as a human, okay? And then watching it when you're in your 30s, have brain cells, okay? You've probably broken up with all the demented men in your life. It's very different, okay? So you don't know what it's like. I've been on a diet for weeks, steps, working out, calorie deficit, of all that. Tell me why I gained 3 pounds. I had blood work done and allegedly have no issues. I'm so annoyed. I cried 3 days. JVPR and Teen Mom. Oh yeah, the Teen Mom girlies. I don't fuck with you guys because you are OGs. The Teen Mom girlies, the 16 and pregnant mommies. You are OG girly girls. I don't fuck with you guys. I have respect. I have respect. The sister wives girlies, I have respect for you. Okay. You have been through the trenches and I believe in you as same as you believe in me. Okay. Losing weight, dieting. Boop, 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 boop. I always look at dieting as a means to just like stay alive longer. I don't look at it as a way to gain weight, lose weight, I try not to associate food with my weight because then I feel like it's just a very, very dark path that I have no desire to be on. It was so funny. My friend and I yesterday we were talking about how like we've both gained weight after having children. Like, I look like a different, like, person overall. Not, like, crazy different, but, like, I'm a different person. And I don't like, it doesn't bother me. Like, I in my head, for some weird ass reason, what were we talking about? It was called, like, it's like we disassociate. Like, I don't associate this person that I look like with a fat person. I associate myself with the person in my the delusional human that runs around my brain, and she's fucking hot as hell. So I just assume I am too. Like, I don't know what, like, my mom's like, "I don't know where you got that from. I don't know where you got that delusion from, because you sure as hell didn't get it from me." I'm like, "Yeah," I'm always telling my mom all the time. I'm like, "Mom, you're so hot, you're so gorgeous, you're so wonderful, you're so amazing, you're so sexy, you're so yummy." And she's just like, "Ugh." I'm like, "Stop being mean to yourself." I have, like, bad days and good days. Like, don't get me wrong. I have days where I'm just like, "Girl, put the donut down." Um, but, like, overall, 99% of the time, I'm like, "Yeah, yes, this is me." Like, I just don't care. And I also don't follow people that make me insecure. I don't follow celebrities that make me insecure. I also don't wanna look like other celebrities. Like, I wanna look like me, like, I wanna look like other women, but me version of it, not them. Like, I don't wanna cut my neck off and have, like, someone else's body. Like, I want that version of, like, me, basically. I don't know, I just don't I try really, really hard to I try really, really hard to not connect food and weight as, like, a thing. I connect food as, like, this is a means to keep me alive, basically. Um, the other thing that people don't think about, because it sucks. Number 1, you need to find a doctor that will listen to you. You also need unfortunately, you also have to educate yourself on what you might need. So, like, you say you want okay, so I'm not a clinical professional, but I work in the medical field as an administrative person. And one thing I have learned about blood work is that the basic blood panels, they're not gonna really tell you a lot. You have to outright, like, ask for something beyond just a basic metabolic panel and what's called a CBC. Like, those are very standard basic tests. If you want to get down to nitty-gritty things, if you have like, feminine hormone. I'm trying to be, like, obviously politically correct when I say this, like, but if you're a biological woman, let's say, I would do testing that is based off of things that are much more focused specifically off of women, and the best person to give you those tests, the best person to do that blood work for you is honestly a gynecologist. Those are the best. That is their job. Like, the one thing I've learned from working in the medical field is that if you want a more specific answer to a more specific problem, you have to go to a doctor who specifies in it. If you want to get a general overall look, then you can keep going to your PCP and do the generalized stuff. But, like, in American medicine, if you want an answer about your heart, you need to go get a heart doctor. If you have questions about your hormones and weight loss and weight gain, in my opinion, the best thing to do is start with your gynecologist and work backwards from there. Because a lot of the issues, especially after you have children, is hormonal. It sucks. It fucking sucks. Um, yeah, sometimes I look at pictures, I'm like, "Who the hell is that in that picture?" I also have taken a lot of time to look at myself in the mirror and to find things that I love about myself. This is so fucking cheesy, and I would never say this, like, out loud to, like, a girlfriend of mine. This is just what I do in my head, okay? It's my example, is I will stare at myself in the mirror all the time, like, all the time. I've been doing this since I was a child, and I'll just, like, look at myself. I'll just be like, Like, right now, I'm sitting here looking like a fucking frog, but I could still tell you right now, like, I can tell you right now what I something that I'm staring at that I'm like, "You're beautiful," or like, "That's beautiful," or like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm always, like, checking myself out. I'm like, "What up, girl? How you doing, girl?" I'm talking about I try to make sure I find things all over my body that I love, because it's like, "Oh, I'm so pretty in my face, but my body," it's like, you know what? I hate my ass. I hate my ass with every fucking fiber of my body. I wish that my back bubble butt friggin' fat would get removed so I could use it for my butt instead of my bubble back, okay? But I can't, okay? And it's like, hey, listen, you also have to be realistic. Girl, I don't have money to go get surgery. Also, I'm not going to get surgery, not in America with this shit going on right now. F fucking that. In the medical world that we live in, no, no. Well, RFK Jr. is running the medicine of the world. No, thank you. I'm all set. So you have to be realistic too. It's like, okay, so I'm not going to get a new butt anytime soon. So like, let's focus on something else instead of focusing on something that I literally can't change. I also have done things like buying like butt pads. Not gonna lie, they do work. I've been terrible for years, etc. And they said it's okay. When I diagnosed me with PCOS in 23. Yeah, that's the thing that sucks is like not to go on like a rant basically, but I'll try to keep it as like generic as possible. But unfortunately, we're not educated about women. Like our society in America, at least is all I can speak on, obviously, because this is where I'm from, is that we do not worship, cherish, think anything kind of women other than to be the vessel to carry life, and that's it. And even that, it's like we could be a corpse and they wouldn't care. As long as we could carry babies, we'd be good to go. And because of that, we I'm trying to like word this so it's like not like preachy. I hate being preachy when I talk about political shit. But like we genuinely don't know enough about women's bodies. The amount of things that we know about men's bodies versus women's bodies is astronomically different. The amount of testing that has been done to benefit men, not to benefit women. And that's even women's health. There are things that are done not to benefit the women that it's happening to. It's to benefit the woman's body, to benefit the man's body. Like the medical field is extremely sexist, and the practice of medicine is extremely sexist. And so I try to have some sense of like understanding, because it's like these doctors can only do so much when modern medicine doesn't want them to help us in any way, shape, or form. So sometimes like the fact that people with PCOS can't get the help and the care that they need, like truly know what's going on in their body without having a full-on surgery, is crazy to me. If men had PCOS, bitch, we would have had the most expensive machine on the planet be able to scan your body from top to fucking bottom and find out you have PCOS in less than an hour. Okay, but because it doesn't happen to men, they don't give a shit. The funding doesn't give a shit. No one gives a shit. But if it has to do with erectile dysfunction pill, put it right up to the front of the line, baby. So it's like I try to have some sense of like understanding of like, okay, like it's not always, again, this is coming from somebody who stands behind where the doctors are and are being and existing. And in women's health, it's awful. It's just awful. And so I try to have grace with them where it's like you can only do so much with so many tools in your toolbox. I say that all the time. It's so annoying, but it's true. How are these doctors supposed to do and forward medicine when medicine doesn't want them to push it forward? So it's really hard when I hear all these women that have had all these issues, and I just feel so bad. I feel so bad. People with PCOS, like I literally want to hug you. Like if it sounds like torture. It sounds like a form of torture. And also it sounds extremely common. But again, we don't want to fix that problem. We don't want to figure out why that is, because God forbid. What's the worst pain I've ever experienced? Honestly, I've had 2 children, and the worst pain I've ever experienced was a kidney stone. I've had 2 kids via C-section, and I've never been in as much pain as I was when I had a kidney stone, and I thought I was going to black out and vomit. It was crazy. I've never felt an uncontrollable sensation to want to just like pass out. I've never felt like that before a day in my life. It was wild. And then I'd say the second worst pain I've ever had was gas pain during my period. Again, another type of pain that I don't know why. It only started happening after I had my second son, so I'm assuming it means my guts were pushed around in a weird way. When they put the guts back in after my C-section, I will randomly every I don't know, 3 to 6 months randomly, I will get scat pain that is so excruciating that I will start sweating. I will start getting dizzy and I feel like I'm going to uncontrollably vomit. It is fucking weird. And then the third worst pain were my C-sections, which is weird and also should give you an example of how much pain we as women deal with and can tolerate. Uh, oh yeah, it's crazy. People are like, "Oh my God, the worst pain in the whole world must be having a baby." And I'm like, "Yeah, I mean, it sucks. It's not great, but it's like, I don't know, it's different. It's like it's controllable pain and it's manageable pain and it's understood pain. Whereas I feel like a kidney stone, like I've never had a kidney stone before. No one really talks about them. Like no one can really express to you what's going to happen. It's not very controllable. And it kind of, I don't know, like I just remember my husband telling me like I was like, "I'm in just like the weirdest pain." And he was like, "I'm telling you right now, you need to go to the hospital now. Otherwise, I'm gonna have to bring you with 2 kids, and that's gonna be a nightmare." He's like, "You need to leave the house right now and drive to the doctors as safely and fast, but as fast as you can. Because once you get into the type of pain that you are going to, and what I think you're going to experience, you will not be able to drive a vehicle." I could drive a vehicle if I had to with my C-section. I'll know for a fact I would not be able to drive a vehicle with the pain that I was in. Holy cow. I was dying in the hospital, kept telling me how I was overreacting. My husband yelled at a doctor. Oh, yeah. Oh, thank you for that. I really appreciate that, Letitia. You've been so special today. I really appreciate that support. Um, yeah, I learned I don't want to say the hard way, but unfortunately, I've had to learn the hard way, not thank God in a dangerous way, of speaking up for myself. And that's coming from a white woman. Like, and I remember when I was pregnant with my second son, and I was doing a little bit more research into how the medical field is extremely racist, which I already knew, but at the same time, I was like, I didn't really fully know because obviously, how the fuck would I fully know? And then reading about women and their experiences and what they go through. And I remember one night I was laying in bed sobbing, sobbing. And I was just so sad because I was like, I cannot believe that women go into hospitals and are not taken fucking seriously. It's disgusting. And the amount of black women that die because no one will listen to them. It isn't, and they're like, "Oh, well, black women have, what is it? Black women have like a higher pain tolerance." It's like, yeah, because you have to put them through so much fucking pain before you take them seriously. Like, god damn, I remember spiraling one night about that when I was pregnant with my second son. I was so sad. I was devastated. I was like, what if I go? I remember telling my husband, I was like, what if I go and this happens? They don't listen to me. And I said, listen to me. This is what our plan is. If you are in the room with me, this is what I need you to do. If you are in the room with me and I'm incapacitated, this is what I want. Please stand up for me. Don't change these plans. These are what the plans are. And then after that I would start spiraling and I was like, if they treat, I remember I was looking up the statistics of the like the death tolls of like pregnant women at that hospital that we were going to, looking that up. Because if you don't know, that's public information that they have to put like their death rates basically of pregnant women. Um and they do it, I believe, specifically with doctors as well. So I looked up my doctor. I was like, oh my, I was like, babe, if something bad happens to me and they don't listen to me, I was like, like that would be so horrible. And it's like, and if they won't fucking even listen to me, and I'm a fucking stupid ass white woman that knows nothing, if they won't even listen to me, then why in the fuck would they listen to any other woman? And then I think about like trans men, and if they want to have children, what that happens to, and like it's just not fair. I don't understand. Like I don't get it. Like why doesn't anybody want to listen to women? Because there's been so many times my first doctor with my first son didn't listen to me about anything. And thank God, she wasn't mean or dangerous, but it's just like, girl, listen to me. My second doctor was like, we'll do whatever you want. You want to have a blood panel? We'll go do it. You want to have a scan? We'll do that. You want to go to Pilates class? We'll do that. You want to go to that? She certified everything. She was the reason why I got to be on bed rest for 2 months before I had my son and didn't want to die, basically, and like possibly like hurt myself. Because she's like, no, stay home. Like, the fuck? She's the reason why I got my stay at home from work job, because she signed off so much paperwork to help me out. She was incredible. So if a doctor's not going to listen to you, fuck them, go find a new doctor. This is the other thing I try to tell everybody. I try to remind myself, and again, this is only from my own experience of working with doctors, is I promise you there is a doctor that will listen to you. I promise you there is an amazing doctor out there that loves you and will take care of you and will listen to you and will cry with you and will have nurses. That's the other thing. Find nurses that'll also stick up for you too. Because sometimes I hate it, but sometimes the nurses have to like snap the doctors out of some shit sometimes. And once they do that, you can see a lot of their personality turn around depending on who their nurse is and who their like, you know, maybe PA is or MA is, like depending on what they have, sometimes that really makes a difference too. But like I promise you there's a doctor who will listen to you. There's a doctor that will do enough tests. The only thing I always tell people though is like you also have to know when to stop. You actually have to know when to stop and to take the answers that you've been given and understand that you have been given an educated answer that is qualifiable and understandable. And sometimes you just have to let that answer be the answer. Um, and you also have to accept that you cannot do tests that are illegal, dangerous, going to make your life worse. Like you shouldn't be doing those too. Like keep everything within reason, you know? Oh my God, Jalissa, that's so exciting. I'm so excited for you. Um, when gallstones and then emergency surgery, that was the worst pain. It's so racist. My friend had gallstones and she's white and she said she was taken seriously after one time. Oh yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, it kicked me in the between the legs today. I can't even, that sounds awful. I would cry too. Not the hooter cooter. What do I do for work? I'm a nurse in school to be a nurse practitioner. That's so exciting, Jalissa. Congratulations. So I started out as a call center person. I've been working in the medical field for 5 years. I used to work in the children's like recreational world for a couple, I think 3 years. No, altogether was 5. And I loved it. And it was like my love, my passion. I loved it so much. But then when COVID happened, a lot of those jobs had to go away for a while because they had nobody to watch, and they weren't making money. So it was really sad. But that sounds awful, Letitia. Um, so I got a job with a hospital, a hospital that's around here. And I started out in their call center. And I work in cardiology. I've worked in all 4 major departments of the, of heart surgeries and things like that. I've worked in heart failure. I've worked in clinical. I've worked in, let's see, I've done clinical, which is like your basic, almost like the PCP of cardiology. I've worked in heart failure. I've worked in electrophysiology. And I've worked in, this is not cardiology, but I've also worked in vascular care. And I am a medical secretary. They call it something else though. It's fucking weird. But I started there. And then after that, I was doing so good with my job that they moved me on to be one of the desk girls up front that is check-in and check-outs and all that fun shit. And then they had an opening in the heart failure department, and the heart failure secretary was a mean old nasty bitch, and she was the best. She was my bestie. I loved her so much. She's taught me so much and has made me a better employee and made me a better worker and a woman and set boundaries and know my worth. And she's just and not put up with any shit from anybody, doctors included. She's incredible. But she helped me get a job in heart failure to be a secretary. And then I needed to move closer to home. So I became a front desk person again to, make my life a little easier. But also like, and then when I got pregnant with my second son, I got really, really horrible issues and pains with my hips and my pelvis. To the point that I couldn't sit like last 2 months of my pregnancy, I couldn't like sit flat in a chair. I had to either be in a recliner or laying down. Driving, sitting, absolute nightmare. And so I worked from home for 2 months before my baby was born. And then when the baby was born, they gave me the opportunity to work from home, which was awesome. And I've been working home for 2 years now. Call center in the medical field is wild, especially if I was lucky that I worked within one specialty. I know call centers that work in multiple specialties, and it is hard. It is a nightmare. So at least I worked in one specialty, and I love cardiology. I love the practice of it. I love the overall doctors. I love the overall patients. It's definitely an older crowd, majority of the time. So when you get a young person, it's really bums a lot of us out. Kind of sucks. But yeah, I've seen all kinds of patients, mostly the older people. And they're very lovely. And I've had really good patients. I've had horrible patients. I've had inappropriate patients. I've had sweetie kinds. I've had flirters. I've had wackadoodles. I've had flew over the cuckoo nest patients. And then I've had amazing doctors. I've had horrible doctors that I've worked with. I've had stereotypical doctors. I've had doctors that you fucking see on TV and you're like, okay, this isn't General Hospital. Get a life. I've had doctors that think they're hot shit and I've told them off, and I don't know. I've always been very good at my job, not to toot my own horn, but I've always been very good at my job. So I usually don't have a lot of problems. If anything, I've been told I'm too good at my job that they don't know what to do with me. I'm like, cool, that's fun. I don't feel like I'm doing really hard work. So what's that about? But that's awesome. Well, I hope you get to be a nurse practitioner because we need more amazing nurses. Nurses are amazing. They truly nurses are like the halfway point between admin and clinical. Like the amount of shit you guys have to know is the same as a doctor. The same as a doctor. People don't give nurses enough fucking credit. People don't give, what they don't give enough credit to, and this was myself included, because I didn't know until I knew, obviously, until working with them, is like the physician's assistants, the PAs. Holy shit. They're basically a doctor. They're doing the same shit. There's only a handful of things that they can't do. And most of it's administrative, stupid shit. You have these patients, they'll come in, like, I want to see a doctor. I don't want to see so-and-so anymore. I don't want to see a doctor. I want to see so-and-so anymore. They're not a doctor. I'm like, you don't know. I know you don't know the system. And that's understandable because no one's taught us it. But the disrespect that the PAs get is wild. Yeah. It's like literally like administrative stuff, like clinical hours, paperwork. And then on the back end, same thing. It's like administrative shit. Like they can't sign certain documents, basically. But they basically have to have the exact same knowledge. I know PAs that are better than the doctor. I also didn't know the difference between a DO and an MD. I didn't know that either. There are times where I've called one of the physician's assistants, Dr. So-and-so, just to get the patient to stop freaking out. Oh, you mean Dr. So-and-so? Like, oh, doctor. I'm like, oh, yeah, now you listen. But, yeah. The DOs, I find, are better one-on-one. Whereas the MDs are very clinically, factually clinically based. They don't always have the feelings conversation. Whereas I feel like the DOs were kind of taught to have more of that. I've also learned a lot of heart problems are preventable just by taking care of your stress level. Just by taking care of yourself and your stress level alone, a lot of heart problems won't even start. We have patients, especially men, I'll go to the ER. They think they're having a heart attack. It's like, oh my God, I'm having a heart attack, having a heart attack. Hook them up. Nope, you're having an anxiety attack. No, I'm not having a heart attack. Sir, no one's gonna call you a pussy for not having a heart attack. Chill out. But they're like, oh no, I need to have this. There's something going on. Yeah, you need to stop stressing yourself out. That's what you need to do. Yes, I have. From Minecraft. My son and I went to the movie. I think my husband and my son are playing right now. We're staying up, playing something. Because usually on Friday nights, Thursday or Friday nights, depending, I'll stay up an extra hour with my son and play like a video game with him for like an hour and just hang out with him. Just him and I, like, you know, one-on-one time. Because his brother's so much younger than him. I feel like a lot of the interactions around the house are very much younger based. So it's cool to have like an older time. I told my husband, I was like, tonight, I need like a full-on like mommy alone time. Because I'm not going anywhere tonight. But I'm also not dealing with them kids. Because my husband and I each get a very like designated, we both have like one night of the week as ours, no questions asked, no reschedules, no crazy, nope. You have to figure it out. Then I'd say we have 2 other days in the week where they're more like negotiable and movable, where we can pick whatever we want to do. Again, it could be together, it could be apart. Usually it's apart because it's very hard to have a babysitter and to find somebody to watch the kids. But I was like, I know I'm home, but you go do something fun with him. So I think they're gonna play a video game for an hour and hang out, which is awesome because his dad works a lot. Doesn't get to see him as much. So when they just spend time together, it's really nice. And it's nice for me. Because I can just sit back and relax. Okay, one more candy left. Yep. That's it. She did it, boys and girls. I'm closing my window soon. I just got my window wide open. Anybody can look in. Well, I think I'm going to go hang out with myself for a little bit longer. And then I'm going to go find my husband once he's done hanging out with our son. Go hang out with him for a little while. And then go to bed. You guys, we're on here for an hour and 13 minutes. What the hell? We're crazy. Well, I love you guys so much. I can't believe I just got 500 followers. Now what? What are you going to do now? I'm going to go to Disney World. No, I'm not. I'm not rich. I'm poor. Well, I love you guys so much. I hope you're having a great night. Thank you for joining my great night. Go check out the Discord. Go make comments. Go make conversation. Kenya Moore put out a video talking about her side of everything. It was interesting. It was wild. And I agreed with 90% of it. So I posted that too. So I hope you guys have a great evening. Thank you so much for your love and support. And we'll see you on the next one. Au revoir. Arrivederci.